going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we are reacting to Dollhouse episode number 12, which is titled Omega. So, I'm wondering if that's got something to do with Echo upgrading to Omega or something like that, because I'm just thinking with Alpha taking Echo, and basically Echo has now become his partner. Omega is basically the opposite end of the spectrum to Alpha. Alpha's the beginning, Omega's the end. So, yeah, there's that opposition. I'm not so sure. What I am sure of is I'm really excited to see where these next final two episodes do go. I was told that the final, that episode 13 was unaired. But I'm gonna clear some things up if that should be reacted to still or whatnot. I'm assuming it should be, just that it wasn't unaired. But yeah, I basically got told this episode 13 never got seen on TV. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited all the same to see what happens in this episode and the next, because we finally got introduced to Alpha in the last episode, and it broke our hearts because Alan Tudyk played Alpha, and we usually love him, but he is mad. He is psychotic. We did love him for the majority of the last episode, and then bombshell. Alan's Alpha. Enjoy it, folks. Yeah, it was a really, really insane plot twist, and now the Dollhouse is in a bit of a pickle with what Alpha did to Victor, with Paul breaching into the Dollhouse, and I doubt they're gonna let him off the hook anytime soon. And not just that though, but their, I guess, hot commodity Echo now aligned with Alpha. So yeah, I'm expecting things to go down really, really well. But with that said, let's get into Dollhouse. This is episode number 12, Omega. Let's go.
Huh? You got enough there for now, don't you? We can't go back.
You left out my tasty couture. I looked really cute in that shirt, too, you stupid bitch.
What the hell?
It's sad. It's sad how you lie. I can smell it.
Oh my god. Wash, why?
You think that I've survived this long on the run without being able to tell who's lying to me? And who's not?
That better not be whiskey, because that means you're truly a nut job. Wasting good whiskey like that.
Yeah, baby.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa,
I've got a
whoa,
lock. San Pedro, Industrial Road, 718. We're close.
No! What? I don't know what's more grasping the mind. This?
Whiskey,
Torturous?
would you like a treatment? Yes, please.
She was called whiskey
Treatment.
by bloody, oh my god, Dominic.
Let's go to the van, okay?
Thanks for the ride.
It's right under your feet. A self-contained facility built entirely underground. I've seen it. I can take you there.
He's having the last laugh against him right now.
Everybody back in the trucks! False alarm!
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
He's not buying him.
They're gone. Every wedge, primary and backup. Every personality we've ever imprinted on Echo, they're gone.
He's
Why
took
did he
him.
take the wedges?
So,
What good would they be to him?
oh no, 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 no. He's a multiple person. Don't tell me he's gonna do the same. Oh, Lord.
Welcome to your...
Past. Your past you can't even remember.
Oh,
You're ugly now. You're disgusting.
I don't like this. Okay, Saunders,
All you
take
can
it down by
know
10.
is pity. And for that, you're gonna have to look somewhere else.
Ooh.
Dr. Saunders? Dr. Saunders?
Hello?
people are zombies.
We call them actives.
Yeah,
You'll
we
be served
sugarcoat the
buffers in
term,
here.
buddy. They are zombies, but we call
You'll
them.
never want for anything. This isn't the end of your life.
It's the beginning.
And why do I feel like I'm walking to the gallows?
It's 5 years. And to you, it'll feel like an instant.
Oh no.
We could get out of that place, make it here. And you were great. Jacking that car. Getting that girl.
Oh, so he's put this on her.
You're always perfect.
You might need to pay for your electricity bill. Oh no. Okay, this is not morbid.
Hey, you'd already be on your way to the attic by now. Just watch your step.
So he's.
I'll do that.
Oh, he's gonna. I'm gonna do that from now on.
You can't profile Alpha. He's not a person. He's like Soylent Green. He's people.
He's like
He
Soylent Green.
experienced a composite event. 48 personalities, not split personalities. Full, total, complete personalities got dumped into his coconut all at once. He snapped.
Oh, I believe he's...
Yeah, I don't blame him
Moving
for
target.
snapping. Like, all
Who
of
did he
them
go after
in
first?
one mind. Oof.
His handler.
She said that I would be taken care of and that I would be safe.
But he's gonna accept that as weakness.
Do you? You feel safe?
No.
Safe? Do you feel? What do you feel?
Confused.
I'm with her.
Most requested doll in the house. Number 1.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Whiskey.
But,
Let Echo be number 1.
oh, look. Holy shit. Yeah, no. I was wondering what this conflict was gonna do. Holy
I don't understand. Was I not my best?
no.
I was making
That is
art.
not.
Alpha.
Oh my god, he was making art. What is this?
Treatment. Okay? Treatment.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No, not the eyes! Not the eyes!
You'd be wrong about that.
I want to know who Alpha was. Who was he before, in private life?
That is not relevant.
With all respect,
I think it pretty
one of
much
Alpha's
is.
first acts after compositing was to destroy his original self. We should know who that was.
Oh.
All right. I still have about 19 personality builds to reassemble, so I can try and figure out which of Echo's imprint.
I thought maybe I'd solve my murder. Way too confused. I'm counting on friends help each other out. I'm afraid.
Oh my god, this is wrong. Oh shh.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Oh lord.
Her is me. You made that very clear.
No. Her is the old you try and keep up.
I'm way ahead of you. You think we're gods?
Basically, what she's saying is you're
We're
cray
not just
cray.
humans anymore. We're not multiple personalities. We're many personalities. Yeah. One of my personalities happens to be a multiple personality, but that doesn't make me a multiple personality. I'm looking for a little nuance here.
Luxurious spa-like environment when I could live here with you.
Thought you were different.
Oh, she is.
I thought you were exceptional. I was wrong. You're weak.
Oh, this is one of his personalities
I am,
reacting.
but at least I know who I'm not. I'm not your girlfriend.
Tell him.
You okay?
I am missing everything. Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh, you. Oh, no. Son of a bitch.
or I will blow your brain out.
Whiskey. He's using an old whiskey imprint.
Yeah.
Becky's and Stacy's from all over this great nation. And every one of them will be a Caroline. And every one of them will get carved up and her throat cut.
Oh my god, that is so sadistic. I really love the psychopath nature that they're presenting.
Things, don't you?
You want to save the girl? Go get her.
Surely that's broken. What? How? How? Oh. Like, I've seen hard drives. You saved the girl.
Saved her.
It's not the way I thought he was going to.
No.
Aren't you curious to see who you really are?
I know who I am.
She's had so long to accept who she is now. Oh.
Need your loving, like the sunshine.
Damn, it's kind of bumming me out seeing Topher this kicked in the gut.
I'm nobody.
Oh. Ooh-hoo! 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 Interesting. That is really, really interesting. But oh my god. Yeah, I mean that does have reminiscence of a finale, big time. But man, that was really, really, that was a really, really superb episode. I just loved everything from Paul working with the Dollhouse, clearing the FBI, clearing giving the last laugh to the guys. They are, because he knew they wouldn't believe him, so he was like, you know what, Dollhouse is here, so yeah. But honestly, he should just really grab the back of their heads and just be like, it's just getting out that frustration. We had some major twists, like Saunders being an active, a permanent active, it seems, as well. Like, there is no time for her to default back to a doll state. She is always Saunders, which I guess is like said that it reduces the necessity to find someone else who is a par on the original Saunders skills. You could just implant someone. It is just so heartbreaking that our Saunders, we could say, thinks that this was done because she was now considered broken, because she was the number one. She was the most, the most valued client there is. And then as soon as Alpha decided to go slice and dice on her, and oh my god, that was really traumatizing when he said, "I did it for you. It was art." I swear to God, that was one of the most messed up things I've ever heard. That honestly was one of the most messed up things I ever heard, because like it was so psychotic. But I just gotta say, I did love how Alan's acting really painted not just amazing, like an amazing portrayal of the multiple personalities he was suffering. You heard them all echo out, but also his psychoticness. Yeah, because his original self was seemed to imply it was he was a psycho. So yeah, but yeah, he did a really, really good job at the psychoticness of his character, because it did bug me out. Oof. Oh man, this is the thing though. It's so great that we had that episode, because it felt, well, it was a finale, but it wasn't in a sense, because we still got one more episode left to go. Although I think that would be some kind of epilogue, since A, that got unaired, and B, this really did feel like the finale, as we were like setting things up for season 2, it seemed. Oh my god, but what an episode. I really loved going into Alpha's story, going like not just present day, and seeing that psychotic nature. Like Alan did a fantastic job, not just portraying the multiple personalities, like you had those episodes where he quickly flashed from one personality to another, but just the psychotic nature and some of the looks he gave off was very, very haunting. It was very creepy stuff indeed. And not just that though, but his intentions. Like I did have a feeling that he was going to implant I guess whiskey, well, Echo, yeah. She's still Echo at the end of the day, but yeah, I had a feeling he was going to implant Echo with all of the personalities she's had, make her like him. And yeah, the problem is though, that became his Achilles heel, because this is the thing though, when they were talking about superiority and ascension, like I thought, like that's just before she got him, I thought, okay, well that might play a part, because he's talking about we can ascend, and yeah, we strive to ascend, all that jazz. And when, I mean, obviously she had disdain for what he was doing, because he was a psychopath at the end of the day. But I was also low-key thinking about the fact that we all strive to descend. Where's the line? Like, it's kind of like the Sith in Star Wars. You have a powerful dark side user, and your apprentice overthrows you, and that apprentice overthrows that. You get the idea, but I mean, it's so easy to look at what Alpha's doing and view it as sick. So, yeah, although she did agree with him on some sentiments, like, why did you abandon us? So, yeah, I thought that was a very, very interesting concept for Alpha to utilize by kidnapping an innocent person and implanting her with the Caroline imprint, so that she could die, and you can have that lecture, why did you abandon her, like you're so weak, whereas you on Caroline's perspective, she can look at someone using her body, and Alpha can say, this is your superior, so this is your this is the ascension, this is, I guess, human point 2. Yeah. But it was very, very intense. I just really loved Alpha's appearance in this episode, because we got the reveal late in the last episode, and then we had the moment, we had this episode to focus on him and Echo, and I was not disappointed with his psychoticness, with not just that though, but how they managed to balance present day psychoticness and his scheme with Wendy and Echo, but also take a peek into his backstory about how he became so obsessed with Echo in the first place, and how whiskey, as she was called. So, yeah, he must have been drinking whiskey when he was wasting good whiskey. See, this is why Alpha's truly psychotic. I love my whiskey too, so yeah. But no, we got to see how him and Whiskey Worthing, him and Saunders, so that was very, very surprising when that came around. And yeah, how Saunders became who she was today, because Alpha decided that Echo should be number one and made it so that Whiskey could never be number one again. And not just that, though, but instill that mentality that she's broken. So that was very, very heartbreaking. Like when she came to confront, when she said regarding her Saunders. I do really love that touch, though. Like, she's accepted Saunders because that's who she's been all her life. And I'll get to this in a moment, but she was talking about how broken she was. So I really, really thought that was heartbreaking stuff to hear, because that was what Alpha did. And not just that, though, but the way Alpha complimented his work was just absolutely sinister. And I gotta say, there's this Joker-Harley relationship that I do see. Like, Harley does have a bit more brains, whereas Joker's a lot more unhinged, where we saw that. Like, you can see Harley disagree with some of the things that Joker does, because this is the thing. Joker has no limits. He will use people, same like Echo. He basically used her to become Whiskey once, to become Whiskey, and he kidnapped a person so he could use her to become Caroline, and there were those limits. There's that limitation. So yeah, and it's sick and twisted how he gets this relationship, because Joker and Harley's relationship is really, really sick as well, and you have people really repulsed at the idea of them of people idolizing that relationship with reason, because it is a very, very very sickly relationship. So yeah. But I was just thinking that partway through, like, with how twisted he is and how insane, and what we know about Alpha preceding this episode, as well as the multiple personalities, because that was touched up upon anyways. This is giving me this was giving me vibes of that Joker and Harley relationship. So yeah. Yeah, I just really loved Omega's involvement. Not Omega, that's what... Well, I loved Omega, like her kicking Alpha's ass, and then we had that fight, and it was so sorrowful to see, like, Omega team with Caroline, and then Caroline gets shot, so yeah. But Echo's now retaining Caroline, so that's optimistic. But it was really, really great to see Alpha in this episode, and just how insane he was. It was also great to see the Dollhouse side of things, with Paul having to work with the Dollhouse for the duration of this episode, and now he has this agreement with working with the Dollhouse, it seems, which I'm not so sure how to feel, because a part of me feels like, given his beef with the Dollhouse and how determined he has been to put a stop to them, and this assignment, you have to understand, etc. Part of me does feel like it's a bit rushed, but also part of me feels like that it makes sense, because what we've seen in these last few episodes ever since he's discovered is that he feels sick that Melly has been, or Maddie should I say, has been manipulated like this, so he gets the chance to free her from her prison. He's all about being save the girl. He saved Caroline, basically, in this episode. Well, not in the way I expected. Didn't expect it coming down to him catching a hard drive, but we'll take it. Must be some sturdy hard drives, though, because he yeeted it, and yes, it didn't hit the ground floor, but, like, I've had hard drives that have had a few feet drop, and they've been corrupted, so, yeah. Must be really, really expensive hard drives, but, I was going to say, yeah, he saved Caroline and he saved Maddie. So that's been his agenda. So yeah, there was a hot second though when he confronted his former colleagues at the FBI, that I thought, like, surely Ballard's got to be thinking this is his moment. Like, he's been all about because this is the thing. If it were me, I would rub it in the faces of everyone who doubted me and said I was insane. And now you're standing at the Dollhouse. And this is what I'm talking about. Get them in there. And yeah, of course, it looks like it was part of the plan, like, to drive him off because he knew that they wouldn't believe him. But there's a part of me that's thinking, is there somewhere in his psyche that's thinking, this is your chance, Paul. Prove them. Make them look like stupid morons that they are, and you can live happily. Of course, this would jeopardize him saving the girl, should I say. But surely there was a hot second for him to think that. Like, surely. But yeah, I loved seeing Paul's involvement and them trying to narrow down the original Alpha. Like, there was no original Alpha because he's a compositive of multiple personalities that spawns Alpha. But we all start from somewhere, and yeah, I loved them trying to work their way through that, as well as him partnering with Boyd. I thought that was a right relationship, if you get what I mean. Like, just seeing them pair off just felt so right. So yeah, but it will be very interesting to see how his involvement with the Dollhouse does pan out. So yeah. I also loved Whiskey's involvement as well. I guess we can say that now. This is the thing, though. It's been in our bloody faces all of this time when you think about the fact that she's been locked up 24/7. She has to be Saunders 24/7. Like, why else would, like, we feel... I don't know. It's been in our faces all of this time. So yeah, and then there was that moment where Dominic said Whiskey randomly. So that should have, yeah. But I did like her breaking down when she was operating on Victor because and then she lashed out at him because the cuts were deja vu. So that was plaguing her memory with bad memories. So yeah. But damn, that reveal was raw. But yeah, this was a really, really good episode. I was a bit disappointed that the Sierra and November bit was like, I don't know, felt a bit like it was forced to try and discourage Paul a bit whilst he was touring the Dollhouse, because that didn't pick up anything. Just Sierra and Melly just going off doing their own thing. But yeah, yeah, that felt a bit forced for it only having that scene. So yeah, but I really loved going into Alpha's story in this episode. Really traumatizing stuff, and there was quotes he said that was very shivering, I guess. Yeah, it was very impressive, though. I loved this episode so much. It was very, very fantastic. Yeah, absolutely amazing episode. So I'm really interested to see what the final episode, the unaired episode, has on offer, because I don't expect much to go on, given the fact that I anticipate it being some kind of epilogue, I guess, if it was unaired. But yeah, I really enjoyed how they did cap things off and how mighty it was. So, great episode of Dollhouse. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Meat Beats and channel if you want to. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!